there's so many people, I think they say, "Oh, I'm doing the semen retention." The ego just slips right in.
Mm.
Nat, what do you think? You're better than everybody because you didn't bust a nut in, 300 days? Good for you. But if you're proud of that, right? That it's not something to be it's almost like it's it's just seeing it for what it is. That's really, I think, the goal. It is your life force. It is meant to impregnate and, to create another human being. That's its purpose,
Mhm.
right? And we've taken that and said that's we separate, but we just want the feeling of that and not the responsibility. And it's not even. And now you see all these political things, abortion, anti-abortion. It, we're forgetting what it is, and we're saying no. Forget. We just want the feeling and no
Mhm.
responsibility of those things. And yeah, I'm going off a little on the tangent now, but to bring it back, maybe to turn this into a question for you, how do you semen retention, all of these things, how do we is it just a matter of experimenting for yourself? Is it practicing? Because I think, at least from what I've seen, I think one of the biggest turnoffs from a lot of people, from the feedback that I'm seeing, is that it becomes almost like a contest. It becomes almost like a club. I'm
Mhm.
part of the no fap club. It's like that's
Mhm.
not to me. That's not the purpose. It should be something to experiment and see for yourself and grow in it and be honestly communicating about it and really honestly communicating about it. Because I'm a man. You put up a post all the time. Being horny makes you powerful. Man should be strong. It should have that vital essence. We are meant to be horny, but not always act on it like a brutal animal, not like a dumb man. It's a powerful energy. It's a creative force.
Mhm.
And we want to generate that we're, so I
Yeah,
guess
no,
no question there, but just throwing it out.
I get the vein of the thought that you're walking down here, but yeah, it's true. I mean, even sometimes, I mean, I know I am heavy on the subject, and sometimes I don't like to be, just because I feel like it turns into that. It turns into a competition. I see the comments all the time, or day 43, day, 90, whatever the case may be, and the main lesson that you need to learn is that this is a tool for you to be able to get to where you want to go, and if you keep you know, I mean, I'm thinking of, I'm not sure if it was Bruce Lee or it was somebody else, but they were saying something to the affinity of, if I'm pointing like at the moon, right?
Oh,
You heard
yeah,
this one,
yeah.
yeah? It's like I'm pointing at the moon. I'm showing you how beautiful, your life is without pornography, how you feel more whole, how you can talk to women better, and all of that. This is all the beauty and the splendor here. But you're focusing too much on me pointing at the moon, right? Like the semen retention and OFAP, whatever you want to call it, it's just the system in order for you to get to where you want to go. But if you keep focus on me, you're going to miss the beauty of making the days count rather than counting the days. And that's also why I don't like to count days, is because it also comes from the perspective of somebody who is waiting to fail. So, I mean, it's like with anything. If you don't smoke, there is no reason for you to keep counting the days that you don't smoke. You don't smoke. That's the identity that you have, you know? So I think you're 100% right. I think there is something kind of cult and club like about it. And, whilst I believe maybe that's somebody's process for getting to where they want to go, and I wouldn't, I would say to even make that step first and foremost, congratulations, you're looking in the right areas that are going to improve your life, but don't get attached to it. Don't get attached. It's a system to get the life that you want to live ultimately. And coming back to truth. That's been a theme in our discussions. It's the truth of self-actualization. And if you're constantly smashing your head against the wall and counting your days, that is going to be a hindrance to that truth. It's another form of attachment. So it's another paradox.